And hello all of my fellow nerds out there, this is Oracle Nerichi and welcome back to the Doki Doki Literature Club Purist mod. So last time we started up the game, we got through the first few cutscenes. Now, I know a few of you are wondering, like, how is this mod going to be so different from normal Doki Doki Literature Club? Well, I explained it in the previous episode, but I'll reiterate it here. Basically, what the Purist mod does is that it takes the game and basically removes all the horror aspects. It essentially tries to turn it into a normal dating sim. I mean, think about it. Again, you probably would be thinking, why would you want to do that when it's supposed to be a horror game? The scares and spooks are part of the surprise. Well, maybe some people just don't want to be scared, I don't know. But other than that, you kind of wanted to see what this game would be like if it was just a normal dating sim. So, or well, not really a dating sim or dating sim, visual novel, whatever. Pretty sure there should be a new name for that kind of thing. But this is so anyways, I decided to play this mod for my channel. I thought it'd be very interesting because I've never modded DDLC before. This is the first time I'm doing it, and I really do hope you guys will enjoy this. So for now, you guys probably remember how the order in the original DDLC went. It was Sayori, Natsuki, then Yuri. Unless you did Sayori and then completely skipped Natsuki and did Yuri and then immediately go to the ending. Which, honestly, you probably shouldn't because you'd be missing out on quite a lot. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start on Sayori's route. So if I remember correctly, Sayori likes very bouncy, positive words, but for some reason she also likes things like depression for some reason, and I have no idea why. Oh, and also, I should probably say before we actually get into the gameplay, I think my avatar could use a little change. There we go. See, yeah, I know this design looks a little rough and on the edges, but I tried my best to at least put my character into a DDLC outfit, similarly to the male protagonist. So yeah, with this basically out of the way, let's go ahead and you know what, let's go ahead and just get into the whole series. So Sayori, if I remember right, likes bouncy words. So, well, Natsuki likes cute words. Like I say nibble is probably one of Natsuki's words, and Yuri likes complicated words like uncontrollable, for example, or memories. At least I'm fairly certain she does. Again, it's been quite a long time since I actually played this game. So yeah, I'm just gonna be winging it here. So let's see. We got hopeless, uncontrollable desire, laugh, pout, nibble, flying, waterfall, memories, journey. I don't know, I kind of want to say hopeless. Hopeless sounds like a Yuri word, but it could also be Sayori's. Just peace. Alright, that works. Okay, I know kawaii is definitely a Natsuki word. Kawaii is definitely Natsuki. So captive sounds like a Yuri word. So no, parfait also sounds like Natsuki. I'm pretty sure parfait is Natsuki. Let's. Man, I kind of want to say marriage is one of. No, marriage sounds like a Yuri word though. Aura also sounds like a Yuri word. Like I never thought I'd say the phrase. It sounds like a Yuri word. Yeah, I know Yuri can be a Japanese name, but it's also a term for a girl ex-girl kind of story. Which is a really funny and weird coincidence. I don't know why that is. Let's try. Marriage, summer. I want to say summer is one of her words, but at the same time, I don't know. Let's just go with marriage. Sayori word. Okay. That works. That works quite a lot. That works quite well, actually. Let's go with bliss? Yeah. I don't think giggle sounds like it could be a Sayori word, but I don't think it is, because giggle sounds like a Natsuki word, actually, because the only G word I know that is for Sayori is grief, for some reason. Disaster is definitely a Yuri thing. Family? Yeah, there we go, family. Okay. I want to say raindrops, but there are only two words that have rain in it that I think are Sayori's words, and it's rainbow and rain cloud. I'm going to go with warm. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful? Yep. Scars, dream, shame, sticky, ambient, sunset, color. You know, color. Yeah. Sunny? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I forgot we had to pick the 20 words. What else? Romance? Yep. Oh, wait. I know this is one of her words. just look at her. Just depression. Yay! That's awful. That is horrible. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her. So passion. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I know it can't be vanilla because the only V word for Sayori is vacation. I know that very easily. I want to say promise. Yeah. Rainbow. Yeah, there we go. All right, first poem done. We're finally continuing on with the story. Jeez. After what feels like 15 minutes of making a poem. Hi again, Richie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Richie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on, like he deserves any slack. They already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I mean, honestly, when it comes to this, I agree. I honestly kind of agree. Any sort of book is literature. It doesn't matter what it is. Manga, comic books, regular books, otherwise, it's literature. You can't tell me otherwise. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Richie always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Richie can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Eh? Not really. Don't be shy. It's nothing, really. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some sort of scheduled club activities. Or activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Siri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is runging around in the closet. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I could always read the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details in the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my own motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes and find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Yeah, also, in case you guys are wondering, yes, real napping clubs actually exist. There are real life napping clubs, and competitive sleeping is a real thing. I didn't know that until I did research before, but yeah, it's honestly a very funny coincidence. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You still oversleep every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gone up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of a doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glanced around herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's also a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe it off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have friends who does these kinds of things. Eh? But don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Why are you smiling about it? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a bit earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote? Yay! Richie, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching out for their bags. I do the same myself. Alright! Finally, some gameplay, poem sharing time. I think this time I went from top to bottom last time, so let's go this time for this playthrough. Let's go over and go from bottom to top. So let's go Monica first. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know that I'm putting in the effort. Hi Richie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Honestly, main character literally screams my energy. That's literally how I feel sometimes. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Richie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had some sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's hit rating has some kind of gentle feel to it. I could tell that she liked exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy can enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. It's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah, like I'm not trying to impress one girl anyways. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, from like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole that of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he was on the other side looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Uh, well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It, it's been really influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's my explaining tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep a pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening! Right, let's go Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Richie. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. Well, I suppose you did only glance over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of a poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her past remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long after you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, Natsuki next. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can... Oh yeah, I forgot because her poems are very simple. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I'll like it. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Right, last but not least, Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Richie. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Richie poem. And that makes it extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Richie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, it's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleepy eyes. But are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rain? The rain day? A rainy day. I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri sadly smiles. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out all that nice. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Richie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Richie liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh. I think that all of us know where this is gonna go. The goofiest soundtrack in the game. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? I'm sorry, the soundtrack is very goofy. Like, the music for this moment is just too goofy. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Richie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't one whose boobs magically grew in size bigger as soon as Richie started showing up. Natsuki, but Natsuki, that's little. It doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Richie, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? They mean you should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait. There's a reason that we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning to most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Richie? Well? How do I get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course it's gonna be, oh shit, right. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this choice means something, but like, help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Richie, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori? Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is the vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is something that in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Richie, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Richie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, it's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Richie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is making me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really have to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that I'm more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay? Yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're on to the next poem thing, and I think that's about all the time I have for this episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a